I need to talk to you about something that's been eating me for months. Why are Americans the easiest people on earth to scam? And why scammers are making billions off your good hearts and trusting nature. Every day, billions of dollars are stolen from hardworking Americans by predators who understand something we've forgotten. They understand that Americans are fundamentally good people. We want to help. We want to believe. We want to trust. And that beautiful quality that built this nation is now being weaponized against us. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Americans have become the perfect victims because we've lost our communities. Think about it. 50 years ago, if someone knocked on your grandmother's door with a too good to be true deal, what happened? She'd say, let me call my neighbor. She'd say, let me call my neighbor Martha, or I need to talk to my son first. She had a network. She had people watching out for her. She had community. Today, your grandmother sits alone in her house, or at best, in a nursing home, surrounded by people who will steal from her. She doesn't know her neighbors. Her kids live 3 states away. When the phone rings with someone claiming to be her grandson in trouble and needing bail money right now, who does she call to verify the story? Nobody. Because we've created a society of isolated, vulnerable people with no community to protect them. The scammers know this. They study us. They know we're lonely. They know we're disconnected. They know we're desperate for human connection. So they give us exactly what we crave: attention, concern, someone who cares about our problems. Let me tell you what a scammer looks like in 2025. They don't wear ski masks. They don't sneak through your window. They sound educated. They know your name. They know your address. They know your vulnerabilities. They create urgency. You must act now or lose this opportunity. They isolate you. Don't tell anyone about this deal. You're the only one. They appeal to your emotions and ego. They ask for small commitments first. Just send $50 to verify your account. And here's the most important thing. They never stop at one victim. When they find a good target, they share that information with others. Your grandmother's name gets passed around criminal networks like a business card. But here's what really makes me angry. We've been conditioned to blame victims. How could she be so stupid? I wouldn't fall for that. She should have known better. Stop. These are not stupid people. These are isolated, kind people. They are people who grew up in an America where your word meant something, where handshake deals were honored, where neighbors looked out for one another. These scammers are making billions, not millions, billions, because they're exploiting the very qualities that made America great: our generosity, our willingness to help, our fundamental belief that people are basically good. They're using our virtues against us, and we're letting them. So, what do? How do we fight back? First, we rebuild community. Real community. Not Facebook friends, not online groups. Real people who know your business and care about your welfare. Check on your elderly neighbors. Know what cars belong in their driveways. Know their routines. Know their families. Create networks of mutual protection. Share information about scams in your area. Teach your elderly relatives this rule. No financial decisions without talking to a trusted family member or friend first. Second, we need to get angry at the right people. Stop blaming grandma for getting scammed. Start demanding that law enforcement actually hunt down these predators. Start demanding that the phone companies stop allowing spoofed numbers. Start demanding that banks put better protections in place for the elderly customers. Third, we need to recognize that every scam that succeeds funds the next one. When we fail to protect one elderly person in our community, we're funding the criminal enterprise that will target the next one. Here's the bottom line. Americans aren't easy targets because we're stupid. We're easy targets because we're isolated, we're disconnected, we've lost the social fabric that protected previous generations. The scammers are making billions because we've forgotten how to be neighbors. We've forgotten how to be community. We've forgotten that protecting each other is everyone's responsibility. Your elderly neighbor is not just someone else's problem. She's your responsibility, your community. The grandmother down the street should be surrounded by so many people who care about her that no scammer can isolate her long enough to steal her life savings. We can have an America where good-hearted people can trust again, but only if we rebuild the communities that protect trust. We can have an America where good-hearted people can trust again, but only if we rebuild the communities that protect trust. Only if we remember that we're stronger together than we are alone. The scammers win when we're isolated. They lose when we're connected. So let's get back to being connected. Let's rebuild community. Let's protect each other. And let's make America a place where predators fear us more than we fear them. Why not? The only way we're going to get there is if we forget that we're not on different sides of a political spectrum. We're all people. We all live in the same place, in the same spot in space, at the same time in history. And if we continue to let them break us down and find our differences, we're going to keep handing it all away. Truth. Sometimes it hurts. You can't have regrets for the bad things that happen to you. They're just as important as the good things. I've learned way more from my mistakes than I have from my success. I said Hollywood would die the day I pulled out of town.
We're good. You got your seatbelt on? Seatbelt? Seatbelt!
We're going to find out just how mentally healthy this country is over these next few years. Maybe a few months. Shit. I just don't think there's time in life to hold a grudge. You got to get through it, move through it, figure it out, look for something fun to do. But don't ever miss an opportunity to call someone out for being a dick. I wasn't the one who started this bullshit, but I will do what it takes to end it.